Hello, and welcome back to another video. A few days ago, Roll released a brand new game called Mine Rocks. Today, I'll give you a brief overview of the game and show you the fastest and most effective ways to progress, so you can catch up with the other players. Fortunately, progression in Mine Rocks is relatively quick, so getting started shouldn't take too long. When you first spawn into the map, you'll be guided through a tutorial that explains the basics of the game. You mine different ores to earn coins, and then use those coins to create geodes for an additional boost. Each geode gives you an extra 100% coin multiplier. This percentage can increase further through upgrades, which I'll explain later. Next to your avatar, you'll notice two arrows, a blue arrow and a white arrow. The blue arrow points toward the geode conversion area, while the white arrow shows the location of your best available or whenever you're out of range. Later on, you'll also see a green arrow, which points toward the upgrade tree whenever you can afford an upgrade. Once you've collected enough coins, you can choose to tier up. Tiering up resets both your coins and geodes, but in return, you receive a coin boost, mine ores faster, and unlock access to new ores. For example, Amethyst becomes available once you reach Tier 3. The or before Amethyst is Diamond, which belongs to Tier 2. At the moment, the highest tier you can reach is Tier 7, and the most valuable ore you can mine is Obsidian. Now, let's take a look at the different ores. You begin with coal, the first ore in Tier 1, and progress up to platinum, the final Tier 1 ore. Titanium is the first ore in Tier 2, while diamond is the last. Tier 3 begins with amethyst and ends with beryl. Tier 4 includes sapphire and emerald, while Tier 5 starts with peridot and ends with radium. Tier 6 consists of topaz, garnet, polonium, and promethium. Finally, Tier 7 includes quartz, opal, alexandrite, and obsidian. These higher tier ores provide the most coins when mined. You can see an ore's coin yield here. However, this is only its base coin yield. The actual amount can change depending on the number of friends in your server, the upgrades you've purchased from the upgrade tree, and any game passes you own. Next, let's talk about the upgrade tree. Near ruby and beryl, you'll find a glowing green circle. Step inside it, and the upgrade tree interface will appear. I've already maxed out all the upgrades, so I can't show you the exact starting prices. However, each upgrade becomes exponentially more expensive the more you purchase. There are several different upgrade branches, including coin multipliers and geode multipliers. I recommend prioritizing these upgrades because they can make a huge difference to your overall coin yield. Geodes are especially important. In simple terms, the player with the most geodes is usually the strongest player because of the powerful boost they provide. Geodes have a major impact on your final coin yield, which also makes them extremely important for progressing quickly. You'll also notice other upgrades, such as increased friend boosts and expanded friend capacity. These upgrades can be useful, but I recommend avoiding them until the late game, since spending too many coins on them early on can slow down your progression. That said, I do recommend purchasing the first upgrade in the friend boost branch. This gives you a basic boost without wasting too many coins. However, I wouldn't recommend maxing out that entire branch too early. More upgrades are expected to be added in future updates. If you join the game for the first time, you may notice another locked branch of ores. These are called donation ores. Unlike the main ores, donation ores don't give coin yield. Instead, they give cash yield. Cash is a separate stat in the game, but it only serves as a donation currency and doesn't affect any of your other stats. In other words, it's more of a side feature for players who want an extra challenge or want to climb a different leaderboard. For every 10 Robux you donate, you receive a plus 10% cash boost. However, this does not count toward your main progression, since it's only a side path. With that said, today's video concludes here. In the next update, guilds are being added, which are essentially clans, and the main guild currency will be geodes. So if you want to join one of the top guilds, make sure to keep grinding for more geodes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.